Welcome to Mass Transfer Operations lecture series.
So we have been discussing steady state diffusion in a binary mixture. What you see here is a binary mixture in a vessel, in, which is composed of molecules of A and B. So here A and B are diffusing are diffusing in different directions, maybe with different fluxes. So we define two ways of expressing flux. One is molar flux J with respect to molar average velocity, and other is molar flux Na with respect to a stationary observer. That means the flux that you will experience if you are looking outside the system. So let's say I'm standing here and looking into the system. Molecules of air are moving. So it will have a velocity. Corresponding to that, we will have the flux Na. But supposingly you are inside the vessel and you are moving with the molar average velocity of the mixture, and the flux relative to that is defined by is given by Ja molar flux, and it fixed law or fix defined fix an expression for that dAb into dCA by dZ. This flux is equal to or is proportional to concentration gradient, and the proportionality constant is dAb, diffusion coefficient of A in a mixture of A and B. So here the coefficient DAB helps to contribute to the presence of the B molecules. So because the diffusion of the flux at which A diffuses will be will be different if only A was present. So B molecules is actually providing an obstruction or is providing more resistance to the flow of A molecules. So the presence of B molecule will also determine the rate at which A is diffusing. So that's why we have the term DAB here. But when I have another expression for Na, so here Na is equal to Na plus Nb into Ca by C minus Dab into Dca by Dz. This is the molar flux of A with respect to a stationary observer. So here we have a term NB. You might be wondering why we have a term NB here. It is because the NB, the concentration or the flux of NB will also contribute to the flux of A. This will determine the rate at which A is actually diffusing. Why? Because A is also moving. So if there was no A, the volume available or the space available, if there was no B, the space available for A to diffuse is more. So accordingly, the flux will also be more. So from this expression, we can have different cases. One possibility is like suppose B is not diffusing, then only A is diffusing. Another possibility is both A and B are diffusing in same direction. Another possibility is both A and B will be diffusing in opposite direction. Also, the rate at which the molecules are diffusing can also be equal, it can be different. So we have different cases possible. Here today we will discuss each of these cases. Okay, so we can consider the case one first. Here, diffusion of A through a non-diffusing B. That means B is stagnant. Only A molecules are diffusing. Let's say I have a vessel. I have both A and B together, and both are trying to diffuse into the system, into the space available. But here let us assume that only A is diffusing, B is stagnant. You have actually visualized the same example in our first lecture. If you remember, if you can recall the diffusion of a gaseous mixture of ammonia and air into water, you saw that the bubble, only ammonia was diffusing from inside the bubble to the liquid surrounding the bubble. So this is a bubble exactly like I have shown you the video, and both wire molecules and ammonia molecules are trapped here inside the bubble, but you saw that only the ammonia molecules were diffusing in all directions into the liquid or water. So here no B is diffusing. So I can assume NB is equal to 0. What was NB? The flux with which B was diffusing. Otherwise, the rate at which B is diffusing per unit area. Since no molecule of B is diffusing, I can take NB to be equal to 0. So our expression for Na for a gaseous mixture, I have explained you this. See, the molar flux of A for a combined gaseous mixture is equal to Na plus Nb into Pa by P minus DAB/RT dPA by dZ. So here we are assuming Nb to be 0. So our expression converges to Na into Pa by P minus Dab by RT dPa by dZ. Let us try to understand the terms here. Here Pa is the partial pressure of A, P is the total pressure of the mixture, Dab is the diffusion coefficient of A in a mixture of A and B, and so we have to solve this differential equation to we have to solve this equation to get an expression for Na. And we have two variables here, we have partial pressure and we have Z. So let's assume a limit to solve this. So we are assuming the diffusion is taking place from a point at Z is equal to 0 and the diffusion is continuing till Z is equal to L. So the diffusion is the molecule is taking place between these two lengths. So these two lengths. And I said for diffusion to take place there should be a concentration difference. So here the partial pressure at Z is equal to 0 is assumed to be Pa0 and partial pressure at Z is equal to L is PaL. So the concentration difference between these 2 points is Pa0 minus PaL. If Pa0 is high, then the molecules will diffuse from Z is equal to 0 to a point Z is equal to L. If it is vice versa, the diffusion will be from Z is equal to L to Z is equal to 0 location. Okay, so with this, let us try to solve this. For that, I am simplifying it. I am going to take this quantity to the left LHS so that Na minus Na into Pa by P is equal to minus Dab dPa by RT into dZ. The reason I am doing all this is because I need to separate the variables here. Then only I will be able to integrate. So we can rearrange this again. Let's take the LCM. It will give you P minus Pa by P and rearrange this by taking dz to LHS, and finally we will get Na into dz is equal to minus Dab by RT P by P minus Pa into dPa. Now in order to solve this, let us apply the limits. At Z is equal to 0 we have Pa is equal to Pa0 and at Z is equal to L Pa is equal to PaL. So integrating by applying the limits, we have Na into integral 0 to L dz is equal to minus Dab by RT P into integral Pa0 to PaL dPa by P minus Pa minus Pa. See, this is some error, please. This is only P minus Pa. Okay, so but we also we also know the total pressure P, which is equal to sum of the partial pressures. So we can calculate total pressure in two ways. It can be found out either at Z is equal to 0 or at Z is equal to 8. Let's say at Z is equal to 0, the partial pressure of A is Pa0. Similarly, at Z is equal to 0, the partial pressure of B is Pb0. So we can say P is equal to Pa0 plus Pb0. Similarly, we can we can calculate the total pressure at Z is equal to L also, but by using the partial pressure of the components at Z is equal to L. So here it's at Z is equal to L, total pressure P is equal to PaL plus BPL. But so you can, but what I have written is, see, Pa is equal to Pa0 plus Bb0, which is equal to PaL plus PBL. The reason for this is the total pressure of the system will always remain the same unless the number of molecules changes. Here the total number of molecules are remaining the same. The only thing is it is diffusing from one location to another location, but it is still in the system. So the total pressure of the system will always be a constant and it will be equal to the sum of the individual partial pressures at that particular point or location. So let's simplify it. I'll get Na into L is equal to minus Dab by RT into P minus ln P minus Pa from the limit Pa is 0 to Pa. Because here I have written like this because 1 by ln 1 by P minus Pa is equal to Integral of 1 by p minus pa is ln p minus ea. So let's apply the limits, and solving we will get Na is equal to dab by rtl p into ln p minus pal by p minus pa0. Okay, from this expression to equation number 2 we can write three equations like p minus pan. P is equal to pal plus pbl, so p minus pal is equal to pbl. Similarly, and considering these two, pa naught minus pal is equal to pbl minus pb naught, if you consider only these two parts. Similarly, we can write p minus pa naught is equal to pb naught. P minus pa naught is equal to pb naught. Let's modify equation number 3. So here in equation number 3 I'm going to multiply the numerator and denominator with pa0 minus pal. So Na is equal to dab into pa0 minus pal by rtl pa0 minus pal ln pbl by pb0. Here, from this equation, P minus PAL. What is P minus PAL? P minus PAL is PBL. Similarly, P minus PA naught is PB naught. So we can replace these two in the equation number 3 to get ln PBL by PB naught. So simplifying again, I get PDABP by RTL PA minus PA0 minus PL by PBL minus PB0 into ln PBL by PB naught. What did I do here? Instead of PA0 minus PAL, I am writing PBL minus PB0. Okay, but if you look at this term, we are seeing something known. What is PBL minus PB0 by ln PBL by PB0? It is PBM, log mean partial pressure of B. So you have learned a similar quantity in heat transport. If I remember, it is log mean temperature difference. So similar to that, we can write here PB1 minus PB0 by ln PB1 by PB0 by PBM log mean partial pressure of B. So let's substitute, or let's substitute for this quantity as PBM, and we get the final expression Na is equal to DAB into P by RTL PA naught minus PAL by PBM. Okay, so here what you see is a summary of all the expressions here. Let's say we have having two locations, z is equal to 0 and z is equal to L. So molecules of A are diffusing in this direction, that is from z is equal to 0 to z is equal to L. The partial pressure of A at location z is equal to 0 is Pa0, and partial pressure of A at location z is equal to L is PBL, and molecules are diffusing from in z is equal to 0 to z is equal to L. Similarly, we are having a pressure of B, pressure of B also in to both these locations. So the pressure of B at z equal to 0 is PB0, and pressure of B at z is equal to L is PBL, and the total pressure is P. You can see it can be obtained by adding the partial pressure of at two locations. So here P is equal to PB naught plus PA naught here, and P is also equal to PB1 plus PAL. Okay, so here if you are thinking in the right direction, you may be wondering why there is no diffusion of B, although there is a concentration difference. Another possibility is equimolar counter diffusion in a binary gas mixture. We'll discuss this as case 2. Let's say molecules of A and B in a vessel is diffusing, but both are diffusing in opposite direction, but also with equal rates. So let's visualize this way. Let's say A molecules are present here and B molecules are present in the other side of the vessel. Here B is trying to diffuse from this position to towards its right. And similarly, A is diffusing from this position to towards its right, towards the other end. Similarly, B is diffusing towards the opposite end. So I can write like this: Na is equal to Nb. This means that both Na and Nb are having equal molar fluxes, but they are diffusing in opposite directions. This negative sign represent the direction in which B is diffusing. That means it is diffusing in opposite direction compared to A. Another thing is like then becomes Na plus Nb is equal to 0. And we all already know the expression for molar flux. Na is equal to Na plus Nb Pa by P minus Dab by Rt into dPa by dZ. Since Na plus Nb is equal to 0, this reduces to minus dAb by Rt dPa by dZ. But Na remains a constant for steady state diffusion through a constant area. Here, since the area is a constant, the net flux with which A alone is diffusing will be a constant value at a steady state. But it will be different. Let's say if the area was increasing in this direction, then the Na will not remain constant, although even if it is diffusing at equal rates. So here I can assume Na to be a constant, and I'm also assuming the diffusion is from a position Z is equal to 0 to a position Z is equal to L, and the partial pressure at Z is equal to 0, Pa is Pa0, and L partial pressure at the end is at Z is equal to L is PAL, partial pressure of A. So since this quantity Na is a constant, I can separate the variables as Na into dz is equal to minus dAb by Rt dPa. Let's integrate by applying the limits. So this is integral 0 to L dz and into Na is equal to minus dAb by Rt integral Pa0 to PL Pa dPa. Here Pa is the partial pressure of A. So applying the limits, I'll get Na is equal to dAb Pa0 minus PAL by Rt into L. So here Pa0 is the initial partial pressure of A where the diffusion started. PAL is the final partial pressure of A where the molecules to which the molecules were diffusing. So here let's try to see the total pressure comparison. Here the diffusion is from Z is equal to 0 to Z is equal to L. At Z is equal to L, the partial pressure of A is Pa0 and partial pressure of B is Pb0. At Z is equal to L, partial pressure of A is Pa1, partial pressure of B is Pb1. You can see there is a clear concentration difference. The partial pressure is high, partial pressure of B is high here, and partial pressure of A is high here. So A will diffuse in this direction, B will also diffuse in the opposite direction. And what is the total pressure? Total pressure at P at Z is equal to 0 will be Pb0 plus Pa0. So Pa0 plus this quantity will be equal to Pb0. And similarly here total pressure is P is equal to Pb0 plus PAL. Like I said earlier, since the number of molecules in the system is remaining unchanged, the total pressure will always be a constant. And if you want to get the total pressure at any individual location, you just need to add the corresponding partial pressures of A and B at that position.